Your dad patrols the house like he's CSI electric bill. Light on, empty room. Are ghosts using our electricity? At 12, you roll your eyes. At 32, one glowing bulb feels like theft. Congrats, you're now the light detective you once mocked. That's number 1 of 12 parent moves that seem insane until you grow up. And the jacket meltdown? That's where love and paranoia form an unstoppable tag team. Number 2, the Jacked Apocalypse. It's 65 degrees. You're walking to the mailbox. No Everest, no blizzard, just mail. And yet, your dad loses his mind. Put on a jacket. Dad, I'll be outside for 14 seconds. Do you want pneumonia? At 12, you think they're being dramatic. At 32, your kid steps outside without a hoodie and your brain writes a disaster movie. Frostbite leads to ER, leads to obituary. From a walk to the car. Here's the thing. The jacket was never about the jacket. They can't fix heartbreak or the economy, but they can fight wind. Johns Hopkins research backs this up. Parents' brains literally inflate tiny risks because their love hijacks the danger circuits. So one day you'll hear yourself yelling, "You'll freeze to death," when it's mildly breezy. And you'll finally get it. Your parents weren't crazy. They were terrified. And love makes that terror loud. And if you thought jacket panic was overkill, just wait until you bring home a friend they don't like. Suddenly, the parental pattern scanner spins up in the background like a lie detector at Coachella. Number 3, the suspicious friend radar. I don't like that Tyler kid. Mom, you met him once. Still, bad vibes. You roll your eyes. But behind the scenes, your mom's brain is basically the FBI. She's scanning micro expressions, how he treats wait staff, whether he makes eye contact. Thousands of tiny signals equals one gut feeling she calls intuition. Yale research backs it up. Parents can actually spot negative peer influences faster than kids, even if they can't explain why. So you defend Tyler, date Tyler, get wrecked by Tyler exactly how she predicted. Fast forward, you got your own kid, they bring home a friend, and instantly your brain screams, nope, you just know. Turns out mom wasn't paranoid. She was running software you didn't have installed yet. You won't get the manual. It auto-installs at 3 a.m. the night your kid brings home their Tyler. And while your radar upgrades, you'll also inherit something else parents treasure for no logical reason. A box of trash. And yes, that trash includes your teeth. Your teeth! Number 4, the random box of trash that's actually treasure. Your mom has a box that looks like a crime scene cleanup kit. Inside, your first haircut, every baby tooth, a rock you gave her when you were 4. Mom, this is garbage. No, it's memories. Stanford memory research shows parents make physical anchors because memory alone feels too flimsy to hold you. That rock, it wasn't a rock. It was the day you shared for the first time. The ticket stub, proof you sat through your first movie without crying. You think it's hoarding. It's actually time travel. Their way of keeping the version of you who thought they were magic, who still fit in their arms. One day, your kid will hand you a dandelion and say, "For you." You'll press it in a book. 20 years later, you'll cry over a dead weed. Think that's dramatic? Breakfast is about to ambush you with feelings you didn't order. Quick Sticko favor, 97% of you are watching without subscribing. That's like saving your kid's baby teeth in a box, but forgetting to actually label the box. Hit subscribe so you don't lose track of the good stuff. Number 5, the random emotional ambushes. You're eating cereal. Your dad suddenly tears up. What's wrong? You used to need a booster seat to reach the table. Dad, that was 15 years ago? To me, it was yesterday. MIT neuroscience shows parental brains hold every version of you at once. The oatmeal-haired baby and the fork-stabbing toddler. Your dad isn't crying over Cheerios. He's crying because time is a cruel magician swapping kids while he blinks. You'll roll your eyes until your teen makes coffee and you suddenly see baby hands. That's when you realize growing up happens to parents too. When feelings flood, parents hit the emotional panic room, reruns, watching the same 5 comfort shows on repeat like they're training for a Friends marathon medal. Number 6, comfort TV overload. Mom, check out this amazing new series. That's nice. I'm rewatching Friends again. You've seen it 40 times. I know what happens. It's safe. Your parents aren't boring. They're running on fumes. Every new show is a gamble. Harvard psychology research shows parents make 35% more daily decisions. After food, clothes, homework, apologies, the brain's done. So instead of risking heartbreak with a new show, they retreat to Ross and Rachel because nothing unexpected happens in season 7 of a show you've memorized. You'll mock this until you're 35, stressed, and rewatching The Office for the 100th time because Michael Scott's chaos, that's chaos you can handle. Predictable, resets in 22 minutes. But here's the darker truth. Of course, comfort has a cost. That craving for predictability, it doesn't stop at Netflix. It keeps them in jobs they'd ghost if they could. Number 7, staying in jobs they secretly hate. Your mom complains about work constantly. You suggest she quit. She laughs like you suggested she grow wings. Just get a better job. With what time? The time you spend complaining. That's my only joy. Bureau of Labor Statistics show parents stay in soul-crushing jobs 73% longer than non-parents. Not because they love spreadsheets, but because stability is greater than happiness when kids are involved. You think they're settling. They're sacrificing. That boring job paid for braces and let them make every game. And one day you'll find yourself in a meeting about synergy metrics you couldn't care less about, but you'll stay because the dental plan covers your kid's retainer. Which brings us to their greatest performance, the everything's fine act. The roof is leaking, the car is breaking, but your field trip money sitting neatly on the counter. Number 8, the everything's fine act. Roof leaking, car dying, no date night in months, your field trip money neatly on the counter. Everything okay? Everything's great. Everything was not great. Columbia research shows parents hide 78% of household stressors from kids, staging calm while backstage the theater's on fire. They're professional actors in a play called Everything's Fine. Dinner's cereal? Nope. It's breakfast for fun. The electricity bill's late? Nope. It's candlelight family night. Maxed out card? Point strategy? Sir, that's not how points work. You won't know until years later that they were one paycheck from disaster, eating ramen after you went to bed so you had cleats. And one day you'll be Googling, can you pay rent with credit card points? While reassuring your kid, of course we can go to the zoo. And in the quiet aftermath, they do the only thing that makes time behave. They take pictures. Number 9, the photo hoarders. 47,000 photos. You're in 46,999. The other one is her forehead. Mom, I'm literally just sitting there. But you look so grown up. I look exactly like yesterday. No, yesterday you were my baby. They're not documenting events. They're trying to trap time like ghost hunters with an iPhone. Every photo is them screaming, "Stop growing!" You'll laugh now and then take 10,000 photos of your kid's first month. Half are sneezes. All are treasure. And with every photo comes a caption you didn't request. Unsolicited advice. Number 10, advice you didn't order. Parents are basically push notifications in human form. You never asked for them, but they keep popping up anyway. When I was your age, it's different now. Everything's changed. Trust me. No. Northwestern studies show parental advice giving spikes during life transitions. Not because they think you'll follow it, but because they're panicking about you repeating their mistakes. They're not talking so much to you as to their younger selves, trying to patch old bruises through your choices. You'll roll your eyes, swear you'll never be that parent, then one day hear yourself saying, "When I was your age," while your kid looks at you like a museum exhibit. And if you want a fossil exhibit, step into their favorite museum wing, your untouched bedroom. Number 11, the eternal childhood bedroom. You moved out 7 years ago. Your room still has that poster of a band you now pretend you never liked. Mom, make it an office. It's already an office. For my emotions. This isn't about space. It's about possibility. The chance you might come home. They peek in and pretend you're just away at school, coming back soon. University of Michigan research shows parents keep rooms as transitional objects, physical placeholders for roles too painful to release. It's a time capsule for homework nights, curfew checks, and problems they could still fix. One day, you'll keep your kid's macaroni art on a fridge for 3 years after they've forgotten it exists. You'll finally get it. Letting go of things means letting go of them. And while we're on the subject of homes, let's talk about those weird house rules you thought were dumb until they suddenly turned out to be genius. Number 12. Weird rules that were secretly genius. No drinks upstairs. Why? Because I like carpets. 10 years later, you spilled red wine on your carpet and suddenly realized that stupid rule was elite-level parenting strategy. You enforce it immediately. Every weird rule has a backstory. No shoes in the house. Somebody tracked dog poop through the living room in 1987. No eating in the car. The Great Milkshake Incident. A dairy crime scene that still haunts the vents. Cornell says 90% of nonsense rules are born from very real past disasters. Parents don't explain them, so you don't picture dad scrubbing chocolate milk out of the AC. They're not control freaks. Every rule is a scar from a war with entropy. You'll stare at your kid coloring on your new couch, whisper, "Why can't we have nice things?" and write your own bylaws. From light detective to no drinks commander, the insane stuff was just love in disguise. Give it time. You'll do all 12. Roll your eyes now. Rehearse your lines later.